Hart. So welcome everybody, and I hope Dylan behaves himself. If he doesn't, I might take him downstairs. Welcome to Inner Light Shine Yoga, and I was just saying that we've got this, and Becky was saying that she saw a halo around the moon yesterday. Which must have been magnificent. Oh, who said it? Oh, Janice, sorry. I beg your pardon. So you saw a halo around the moon. That's amazing.
So bright, we didn't need the torch on the wall.
Oh, how gorgeous. Well, it will be even brighter tonight and tomorrow. And then, so I don't know the exact time, but there's going to be a partial lunar eclipse. And I believe it's sort of in the morning here, sort of in the middle of the night in North America, so they'll be able to see it back over that way, especially in LA and Hawaii, but we won't be able to see it, but we'll feel it. So when there's a partial lunar eclipse, it's basically the shadow of the sun our shadow on the moon being cast from the sun, right? So it'll look like there's a part of the moon that's cut, like shaved off. That's a partial lunar eclipse. And so what that means is, any kind of eclipse is like a turbocharged lunar energy. So we'll all be feeling it in different ways, depending on where Taurus or 27 degrees of Taurus is where it's going to be happening. So wherever that is in your chart, if you have a chart, I may have sent you one, you may not have worked out how to read it, but the way a chart works is you've got 12 houses, and whichever house Taurus is in will be activated for you. So if you're like the sun sign is in Taurus, you'll be feeling it. If your moon sign's in Taurus, you'll be feeling it. And if your midheaven or your ascendant is in Taurus, you'll definitely be feeling it as well. You'll also be feeling it if you have any planets in Scorpio. Like my moon's in Scorpio, so that's the polar opposite. So the new moon is always the opposite of the full moon. So we're in Scorpio season right now, and so we work with this axis between the two, because we live in a sort of paradigm of polarity. So it's always about bringing that into balance, like bringing those two aspects into balance. You may be might be bringing up a lot of stuff around Taurus in yoga. In the body rules the vocal cords and the Vishuddhi chakra. So being able to speak your truth, finding ways to compassionately speak your truth, or listen for your truth. You might be, but because the full moon is also in alignment with the Pleiades, which are the seven sisters star constellation, which in mythology were the seven goddesses, and one of them, Merope, is one of my guides. She, during meditations, I get messages from Merope all the time, and you might think that's crazy, but that's all right. But Merope was the only one of the goddesses who married a mortal, and his name was Sisyphus, and in Greek mythology, he angered Zeus because he thought, as a mortal, he thought that he was as powerful as Zeus, and so he was condemned to a lifetime eternally pushing a boulder up a mountain. Do you know that one? Yeah. Have I told you it before, or do you know it from somewhere else? Yeah, it's quite a powerful story, because you only sort of say, well, why don't you just step out the way and just let it go? And that's sort of what's coming up, I think, with this full moon, is like, we're finding, what situations are we in where we're like, feel ourselves just constantly pushing this boulder up a mountain, and it's just constantly falling back on us, like, and every day. I mean, it does feel like that, right? So how do we step out of our own way? How do we allow the boulder to fall back down the mountain, and then we're free? How do we liberate ourselves from this perpetual suffering, I suppose? suffering or being stuck in, and it's the ego. So the symbolism throughout all mythology, throughout all countries, all over the world, is always the struggle of the ego against. So the divinity represents sort of, whether they're manifested as goddesses, gods, or whatever, it represents that higher mind, or that way of being like more in a state of love. The power ultimately being able to rise above, sit up on Mount Olympus and look down on the mere mortals and bless them, they don't know what they're doing. Really, they just need to love one another and everything will be fine. So anyway, that's my preamble for our practice today. And so we'll start, if it's warm enough. Are you guys warm in here? Yeah. We're going to start lying down. So find a comfortable position for yourselves. And if you do feel, hopefully you've got enough space. Yeah. Just come lying down. And do you want a blanket under your head? Yeah, no problem. Let me grab you one. Got one warm over here. So let's just notice how you're feeling today on this sort of eve of the full moon. So have you been feeling it? Because you tend to, if you are a sensitive being, you may have been feeling the pull of this full moon since the new moon, as it waxes. May have been bringing up certain aspects for you to grow, to learn. Because you came to this earth to learn what it means to be human, right? So how does it feel right now as you arrive, just to give yourself this time to be fully present in your body? So Taurus is earth element, and I like to think of Taurus as being about the home, regardless of where it actually is in your chart, because and if you think about it, your body is your ultimate, it's your home. It's the home, the vehicle that you've been gifted to travel this earth. And so the fact that you're making time to be fully present in your body, in your home, you're coming home. So welcoming yourself home, welcoming all the different parts of yourself home. So I'd like you to just take a few really nice, deep, nourishing breaths in through the nose, and then just sigh out through the mouth. That's it, lovely. So as you're breathing in, I'd like you to imagine that you're calling all the different aspects of yourself back to your center, back home, into your body. And then on your exhale, you're surrendering, letting go. Like Sisyphus, if only he would just step aside and let it go. What can you step aside and allow to let go? And just let it go through the breath. Just let it go. Let it go. It's too much effort. Too much effort. Let it go. Are you holding on to something that really isn't necessary? Can you let it go? Let it go. Is it someone else's energy? Can you let it go? Good. Good. So we're gonna do, with this practice, we do a nice pranayama practice to start. So we're gonna start, once you've done as many of those releasing breaths, you can continue, if you like. As you continue to release your body into the support of the earth, I'd like you to really, really notice now if there's any areas of your body that you're still holding up, that you're still pushing up that mountain. Can you just let it go and be held? Can you let Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, hold you? Because she is always here, never letting you down. Good. So let's now bend both knees and place the soles of the feet under your knees, hip distance apart. And the back of your pelvis can feel nice and supported in this position. Let's bend both elbows and place the palms on the rib cage lightly. Make sure that your shoulder blades are really releasing down into the mat, and you're just gently resting your palms on your ribs. We're going to practice Samavriti Pranayama just to get ourselves really grounded and equalized in the body, that equal ratio breath, I'd like you to take your awareness down to the root of your tailbone, right at the pelvic floor. And I'd like you to visualize a beautiful crimson lotus, your Muladhara. And I'd like you to imagine on the inhale, drawing that crimson lotus up along the central column of your spine, all the way up, all the way to the crown of your head, breathing in. And then as you breathe out through the nose, I want you to imagine that crimson lotus floating back down and anchoring back down into your earth element. Okay, so that's the visualization. The breath work is a simple equal ratio breath. So if it helps to count, please do so. If you have the capacity, you can start small and increase as you continue. So you could start just with breathing in for a count of 4 or 5, and then just make sure you're breathing out for the same amount of time. Smooth, crisp breath, breathing naturally through the nose. No ujjayi breath, just simple, crisp, clear breath through the nostrils, and just continuing like that. I'd like you to do 5 rounds. And if you can, notice as you move visualize your lotus blossom growing up along that central column of your spine. You may, if you are accustomed to it, visualize the rainbow colors transforming along that central column, moving from red, earth element, into water, orange in the sacred bowl, moving into yellow in the fire element at the solar plexus, moving into green in your heart element, air, moving into the throat, which is what we're working on today, the Vishuddhi, which is ether and is a turquoise, beautiful turquoise color, moving up into the brow center, a violet lotus, and then at the crown, becoming this magnificent rainbow 1,000-petaled lotus. So you can decide if that's too much for you today. You don't need to participate in that visualization, but if you like that, if it appeals to you, you can continue with that practice. Either way, you keep it simple, just breathing in and breathing out, counting. If you're going to be extending your breath through all of the energy centers and really resonating with each one, you may find it lengthens your breath. And that's okay, just make sure you're traveling back down through each one. Breathing in and breathing out, just enjoying that sensation of lengthening, growing taller along the mat on the inhale, and releasing and cleansing on the exhale. Very nice. And then when you've done that practice, I'd like you to let go of all effort now. Let go and return to the natural breath, and just allow yourself to rest in whatever position your body feels it needs to come into. Follow your body's intuition. Your body knows what it needs. So as we tune in through our practice, we start to follow that inner teacher and notice what feels good for you today. Nice. Good. All right. So let's come back now to everybody stretching your legs out into Shavasana. So just registering now. Does the body feel more at ease on the mat? Are you able to accept the support readily available to you? A little bit more with comfort and ease. Stiram Sukham Asanam. Great. Let's bend both knees again and place the soles of the feet under your knees. And I'd like you to really, even though this is a very passive, gentle practice, really pay attention to the alignment of your body. So I want you to really notice the details of your feet being hip distance apart imagine the tops of your knees, if you dropped a pebble down through the shin bones, they would go right down into your heels. So you've got these two columns of a table. Very nice. And if we're going to come and just take our hands to the belly here and just give our bellies a little massage. So if you've been experiencing any breakfast recently, then just aiding the digestion, gently massaging. And if you haven't had breakfast, I apologise. Just, it's fine. It's good to fast. So, so wherever you are at in your dietary routine, just giving thanks, knowing that there's plenty of fuel in there, knowing that you've got this miraculous machine in there that converts food into energy. It's quite incredible how it happens. So just giving thanks. Another big theme today is thanks, gratitude practice, sense of, we're in the season of Thanksgiving, which is a really, really important holiday to me in my other home. And I really love it because it transcends all sort of faith, and it's about interfaith gratitude practice, interfaith communities coming together, and it's a really, really nice sort of harvest festival, really, giving thanks. And I think this moon is also welcoming that energy, like to find us grounded in gratitude. So let's rest our palms lightly on the lower abdomen now, and we're going to do some cleansing of that miraculous belly of ours. So really allow your belly to fully be and allow it to expand on the inhales. You inhale through both nostrils, allow that belly to fully expand like a balloon into your palms. Breathe all the way up to your collarbones, all the way up to the crown of your head, and then I'd like you to pause, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and then gently blow out through the mouth like this. Very nice. And as you're emptying the belly, imagine that there might just be a little bit of air left. There might well be. So push that out as much as you can through the mouth. And then I'd like you to pause if you can without feeling uneasy. I'd like you to rest with a completely empty belly and see if you can emphasize the emptiness by gently pulling that belly in towards your spine, and notice what happens with the pelvic floor. If you can, emphasize pulling that pelvic floor in towards the belly as well. So you're creating a lock, an energetic lock, and then you're going to release the pelvic floor muscles, release the belly, and then take another deep breath in, allowing the belly to fully expand on the inhale, allowing the spine to grow up along the mat. And when you get to the top of your inhale, I'd like you to pause again before, when you're ready, you get to decide how you empty the belly, gently, slowly, through the mouth. So this is a cleansing practice, basically clearing away all the stagnant energy from the belly, and so you get to decide how much of a deep cleanse this is, depending on where you're at in your day with your food intake and everything like that. But it's really important, if you are able to really, really empty as much as you can, so that then you can welcome in fresh vitality on your next inhale. Really good breathing, everybody. Really nice. So we're going to do about 5 more rounds of this because it's so important for this time of year to really, really cleanse, clear out the cobwebs. So you continue in your own rhythm now. I'm going to be as quiet as I can. Good. So when you've done as many of those as you feel you need to, around about, let go of that practice and just come back to the natural breath and stretch your legs out. Give yourself that shavasana again. It's in these moments in between when we just stop and register the effects that the good work happens. The body assimilates and has a chance to remember, learn neuroplasticity, the neurological pathways in the body start to create new patterns. All right, good. So now let's everybody bend both knees and hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really, really big hug. So that's it, nice. Just gently rocking from side to side. Good. Okay. So we're actually going to get into the hips now. So we're moving into the hips. So take a hold behind your right knee and bring your left foot down to the mat. We'll start with the ankle circle. So keep that calf muscle really nice and relaxed. So all the work is happening in your ankle. And imagine that big full moon, that Taurus full moon, you're drawing that big full moon in your mind's eye. And continue that equal ratio breath, just breathing in and out through both nostrils. And just enjoy. This is really important to help to facilitate the flow of fluids around the joints. So just enjoy going around a few more times. And we'll go back the other way. And just noticing how it feels this week, because we do this quite a lot, and the more you do it, the better, actually. You should, if you can try and do it daily through winter, it would be really good for you. And drink lots of water. There's a misconception you don't need as much water in the winter, but actually you do, maybe even more. So, okay, to keep the fluids flowing. Good, so once you've done about 12 to 13 round in each direction, let's do those leg extensions. So inhale, stretch. Be gentle with yourself, okay? Like if you have any tightness, just go within what's comfortable for you. But if you can, stretch and point your toes towards your face, point your heel up towards the ceiling, and then on your next exhale, just gently bend that knee and release, heel back down. That's it. So moving with your breath, inhale to stretch, point your toes towards your face, exhale, bend the knee and release. Good, let's do 7 more of these. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Nice. 5 more, inhale, exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just hug behind that thigh gently. Just gently move that right knee in towards your armpit, out to the side, and stretch your left leg out. And just feel that nice, delicious stretch across the front of your pelvis and that left hip. And just gently move your knee around in space. So move it out to the right, move it across the body, and just create circles with that knee, gently relaxing all of the limbs, but seeing if you can gently massage and release the fascia inside that hip flexor. So creating those circles, going around your full moon as many times as you feel you need to. Breathing in and breathing out, really enjoying that deep, nourishing breath that you've created in your body, the space to breathe. And then taking it back the other way if you haven't done so already, just moving that around. Be gentle with yourself. That's it, really nice. All right, and now Let's bring that right foot down to the mat, just on the inside of your extended leg. We're coming into reclining tree. So thinking, if it feels comfortable in your shoulders, raising your fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then taking a breath. And on your exhale, bending the elbows and letting those arms just rest above your head, like on the mat above you or on the carpet. So you want to have your arms really wide so you can really relax those shoulders into the mat and find that sense of release into the support of your Mother Earth, your home. Feel any stretch that happens. Just be gentle with yourself. If it's feeling too tight, just soften, bring your arms lower. If it feels okay, just keep breathing into any tightness and just allow it to release. Use your breath to release. Deep breaths into the heart center and exhale through the mouth. See if you can soften and let go just a little bit more. That's it, really good. And then on your next inhale, bring those fingertips up towards the ceiling and bring that right knee in towards the center and stretch that right leg out into Shavasana. Bring your arms down and just notice the difference between the left and the right. So we're going to bring the other side into balance now. Bend both knees and take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bring that left knee in towards you and let's create those lovely circles. Do about 13 in one direction. It's not an equal science, so you follow your body's instinct how many you need to do, but it's good to do at least 12 or 13 just to get the fluids flowing around that joint. And breathing in and breathing out. If you want to use that visualization, just see if you can visualize that magnificent full moon that Janice was describing with the halo around it. And then go back the other way, breathing in, breathing out. Good. All right, and let's do those leg extensions now. So inhale to stretch that leg up, pointing the toes towards the face, lifting up through the heel. Exhale, bend that knee. So we did about 9 on this side, so let's do 8 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Very good. So that's 3 more. 3. Inhale. 9. You've probably got your own rhythm, so you find when you've done enough. And then hug that left knee in towards your chest, and then stretch that right leg out. As long as there's no resistance in the lower back, you be kind and gentle to yourself. So you're the only one inhabiting that body of yours. That's your home. So you get to decide how deep you go into this. So now let's bring that left knee out all the way up to the left armpit and then move across. So you're creating that circle with that left knee this time. And again, it's just a really delicious massage of all of the connective tissue inside that hip flexor. So just going gentle on yourself and giving thanks for these amazing legs that carry us around and help us throughout the day. That's it. And then when you've done about 12 or 13, you can go back the other way. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And then we'll just bring that left foot alongside the extended leg. Let that left knee open out to the side. So you're coming into that reclining tree. Make sure both hips are anchored on the mat. You're going to inhale, raise your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then if we bend the elbows, This helps us to create space in the shoulders to release your arms along the mat above you. So you're just like cactus, you're a cactus tree, yeah, in the desert. Imagine that. And there's all these people celebrating Thanksgiving in a big circle. And just breathe, relax your hands, relax your face, breathing in and breathing out. Imagine the roots of your favorite tree growing down through your feet, through the room below, down into the foundations and through the foundations into the earth. And then coming back up, breathing up, replenishment, up deep into the core of your being. Imagine the roots merging through your crimson lotus at the base of your tailbone and traveling all the way up to your crown, and sending that cleansed earth element back down into the earth. Very nice. On the next inhale, bring your fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then bring your left knee into center and let yourself come into Shavasana one more time. And notice again if you feel a bit more balance now between your left and your right. Hopefully you do. So we're going to get our core work. We've been through earth and water. Now we're coming up into the fire element. So we'll get that core going now. We all probably could use this after, I don't know, Halloween was recently. I've been eating quite a lot of leftover trick-or-treat candy. I don't know about you. All right, so let's interlace the hands behind your head. Take a nice deep breath, bend both knees, and place the soles of the feet under your knees. We're going to go easy on ourselves here, okay? Bend both knees. If you've got a blanket under your head, just be mindful of your neck, okay? All right, take a nice deep breath. And on your exhale, lift your head and shoulders up off the mat and just let your head rest in the palms of your hands. So you're creating like a hammock for your beautiful, precious skull. Okay, take a breath into the belly. And as you exhale, I want you to lift a little bit higher, looking up towards the ceiling, not towards your knees. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, lift. Okay? So notice if you're straining your neck. See if you can let go of any effort in your head and neck so that all of the action is moving in the core. I want you to do, let's do 8 more of these with your own breath. Moving, exhale lifts you up. Inhale, come back to that starting position. Exhale. Inhale. So I'm not counting, so you get to do as many as you like. You can do a few more, you can stop at any time. Whenever it starts to feel like it's too much, you can stop. Or if you want to keep going, you can. Notice when you slow things down, you can really tune into your solar plexus, really feel it being activated. That's it. Good. And you can keep going if you like. And when you've done enough, just notice how nice it is to rest. Keep those knees bent for now. Just allow your belly to fully relax after the effort. Bring your arms down alongside the body, palms facing up. Take a deep breath into the belly. And just let your knees drop over to the right. And just allow your knees to rest in that position, as long as you're not tweaking in the lower back. And just breathe into any areas that feel tight. Just release, surrender, let go, breathe through the mouth, let it go. That's it, good. Inhale, bring those knees back to center, and on the exhale, let them drift over to the left. And again, just breathing into the lower back and taking nice deep breaths. Sigh out through the mouth. Really good, really nice. And when you're ready, inhale, come back to center. And we're going to prepare to do a few more yogi sit-ups. This time, interlace your hands again behind your head and check that your lower back is fully on the mat. So you've got your knees bent, but I want you to really move your tailbone towards the back of your knees, almost until your bum comes off the mat. So and then you can lower your lower back. Make sure all the lower back muscles are on the mat. Okay, let your knees drift in towards your chest. Okay, relax your legs. They're going to be hip distance apart, and we're going to be doing yogi bicycles, what I call it. So inhale into the belly, exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the mat, holding your head in the palm of your hands. Okay, inhale. Exhale, you're going to turn and take your right elbow to your left knee and stretch your right leg out as we hovering off the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, left leg stretches out. That's it. Inhale, come back to center. So making sure your lower back is on the mat the whole time. And we'll continue and do about 10 more rounds of this. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale. That's it. So going at your own pace and resting if you need to. That is yoga as well. So well done. Well done for listening to your body if it's too much for you today. Inhale. So you started with your right elbow to your left knee. So I'd like you to continue at your own pace. And then when you feel ready, you can stop, but just end with your left elbow to your right knee. And when you've done as many of those as you feel you need to, you can rest. And just let your feet be on the mat for a moment. Give your belly a little massage. Just, let that go. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. Maybe just turn your head from side to side, releasing your neck muscles. Good. All right, so we're going to rock up to seating now. This is optional. If you want to, you can just roll to your right and come up that way. But otherwise, we're going to hold behind the thighs, take a nice deep breath into the belly. Exhale, bring the chin towards the chest and rock. Give yourself a lovely massage. You can keep doing it for a while. Don't know if anyone heard that little beep. Could have got away with that, could I? Oh well, it's only the second time it's happened. It's always in this class. It must be because I have a green smoothie. And it's a bit too. I should just fast. Right. So is everyone really warm? You okay? Just about right. Okay. So coming to hands and knees. How are you getting on, Becky? Are you all right?
I stopped because
Yeah.
it was just going into Japan.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, well done for stopping and taking care of you, and you can rest at any time, okay? So spreading through your fingers, creating that really solid foundation for yourself. We're going to do lovely, coming up into the air element now in the heart space. So coming back to just starting with your neutral spine, take a nice deep breath and take your awareness to that crimson lotus at the root of your being. And imagine it floating as you inhale up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, sending it back down, releasing your tailbone towards the back of your knees, flexing your spine. So you're pressing the earth away. and coming up and just staying in this flexed position for a moment, releasing your hips halfway towards your heels and really curling your tail under so you can really feel that release along the back of your pelvis. And then take a deep breath here again. And then moving your awareness, moving from the tailbone, I'd like you to point your tail towards the sky and watch from the inside as your vertebrae open up, extending forward, reaching your heart towards the front of your mat. So coming into that extension of the spine now. And notice if you're overarching your neck, I'd like you to really allow your shoulders to move away from your ears. Take a nice deep breath. And then let's use that exhale to flex your spine. So you're welcome to use Ujjayi breath in this practice. If it's in your practice, that gentle narrowing of the back of your throat really helps to warm your body if you're feeling that you need that. It also helps to aerate your lungs. So bring air deep into the lungs. So if you not familiar with Ujjayi, that's that gentle narrowing of the back of the throat. Makes you sound like you're creating waves in the ocean. And if you are feeling a bit sensitive in the throat, then it's probably best to just not do it, not strain your throat in any way. Although we are working with the Vishuddhi today, so many of us might feel, I've been definitely feeling activated all around the throat lately, ears, nose, throat. So let's do 3 more rounds in this way. Good adjustment there, well done. Self-practice. So just focusing on your breath. If the body is creating tension, see if you can use the breath to consciously give the body permission to release. Send the breath. See if you can direct your breath to wherever feels tight. Follow your body's intuition. That's it. And once you've done a few more rounds of that, just coming into a resting position for you. So if child is restful for you, easing your hips back over your heels or wherever feels comfortable for you. Take one fist sideways on top of the other and rest your forehead on your pillow. Okay, I want you to really relax your face. Allow your face to be completely at ease. Allow your brow center to be supported by the earth. And your spine in this position should feel nice and long, all the way from your tailbone, all the way through your crown of the head. And we'll do some lion's breath here to help to activate the Vishuddhi, the throat chakra. Again, if you're feeling any nausea or any kind of sensitivity in the throat, just be gentle with yourself today. Take deep breaths into the back of your heart. And then exhale, stick out the tongue, sigh out through the mouth. Let's do 4 more of those. And you get to decide how intense it is. If you really want to go for it, you can stick your tongue all the way out so you get a wet chin. Or if that's too much, you just find what works for you. Good. When you've done a few of those, just resting, coming back to your natural breath. And on your next inhale, lifting your forehead, stretching your hands forward, coming into a really nice active child this time. So clawing the mat like a lioness. Bring your knees parallel. Okay, now this is, we're going to come up into downward facing dog. So see how you go with this. If you have socks on, it might be tricky, so you might want to take your socks off. Stretching through the tops of your toes, really spreading your fingers and checking that your upper arm bones and your lower arm bones are like 2 continuous columns resting down through your solid handprints. Take a nice deep breath here. And on the exhale, it's just an allowing of your knees to lift up and walk into your downward facing dog. Keep your knees as soft and bent as you can, so you can really extend through your spine. Relax your head, okay? Hopefully this feels okay, I'd like you to then, once you've got a nice length in your spine, then you can play with releasing one heel and the other. Is that okay, Sarah? Good, that's great news. Good, look at that, amazing, Becky. Really good. All right, now come up high onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees, and then see if you can walk your feet towards your hands or your hands towards your feet. Bring your hands onto your shins. Nice flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Nice deep breath. Keep that head in line with the spine, okay? Take a nice deep breath again. And then exhale, fold into Uttanasana. See if you can allow your head to completely let go. If you have blood pressure issues, please don't hold this for too long. We'll create circles on the earth, giving thanks to our home. Spreading through the toes. And we're going to come up to standing slowly. So see if you can use your inhale to stack each vertebra slowly on top of the other. And come up to mountain pose. Good. Very nice. Great. So come to the front of your mat. How's that, Becky? Okay? Yeah. I've got some more of that deep blue in the bathroom there if you want to go and get some. The deep blue rub. Do you want to put some on?
Yes.
It's in the toilet there, yeah. All right, come to the front of your mat. Spread through your toes. Okay, and palms are facing forward. Nice soft knees. Take a deep breath into your palms. Feel your heart expanding into your palms. And on the exhale, bring those hands together at your heart. Inhale, lift your frequency up towards the sun. Fingertips rising up towards the sky and slightly arching back, really rooting into your feet. So you feel like that rainbow bridge between your earth and sky. And then exhale, gently folding forward, keeping your knees soft, letting your belly rest on your thighs. Gently shake your head, yes. No. Inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, nice flat back. And exhale, forward fold. That's it. Fingertips either side of your feet. We're going to inhale and leading with your right foot. You're going to come into that high lunge. Bring that right knee down to the mat and take your left knee back to meet the right. Okay, we're going to take the knees back, have the hands in front slightly. We're going to come down onto our belly. So inhale, exhale, flexing your spine, shifting your weight forward and lowering yourself down through your cobra onto your belly. And just resting your head, just turning your cheek and resting on the mat. So having your hands in front of your head and just gently allow the belly to relax into the mat. Breathing in, feel the belly expand. And breathing out, release. Let it go. Feel that sense of really being held by your Mother Earth, never letting you down. Oh, that's it, really nice, coming home. Now bring your head back to center, and we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So coming up onto your forearms and taking a hold of each bicep and bringing your forearms back down to the mat and just relaxing your lower back as much as you can. So you might rock your hips from side to side. This should feel really nice, and we're going to just hold this with our eyes closed. Take your awareness back to that crimson lotus at the base of your tailbone. So breathing in, feel that crimson lotus growing up along the spine, through all the different colors of the energy centers, all the way up to the crown. And then feel it gently releasing back down. So taking the earth element up through each of the energy centers, cleansing, cleansing it at the crown of your head, cleansing with the crown chakra, and then sending that cleansing earth element back down to the root of your being. That's it. And then taking, turning your head and turning your cheek and resting your other cheek on your mat with your hands in front of your head. So you can really surrender into the earth completely. And just let yourself melt into the mat. So that sense of really being held. Good. And coming back now, we're going to prepare for Cobra. So bring your hands either side of your chest. If you come down onto your belly there, that would be nice for you. So hands on either side of your chest. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and really hug your elbows in towards your body. Okay, so, and activate your legs. So you want to have your tops of your feet really anchoring into the mat. Roll your inner thighs together. Nice, and you can sort of activate your butt cheeks as well. So you're really protecting your lower back here. And we're going to inhale and lift up any amount. Doesn't have to be too much. And then exhale, come back down. This time we're just going to let the hands hover off of your mat so you can really let the back do all the work. So inhale to lift. Exhale, release. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, and then bring your hands in front of your head and turn your other cheek and rest again. Just rest. Let it go. You can breathe in through the nostrils and just sigh out through the mouth. Let it go. That's it. Really nice. And coming back to center, bringing your hands either side of your chest. You're going to inhale, lift up, and see what it feels like to straighten your arms. You can lift your pelvis off the mat if you need to. And press back into a really active child. So arms are active, really clawing the mat. Ears are in line with your upper arms. And you're really lengthening your tailbone back towards your heels. And breathe here, really lengthening the spine. That's it, good. And then coming back onto hands and knees, tucking your toes under. Very nice work, Becky. And take a nice deep breath. And on your exhale, lift your knees, lift your tailbone, stepping into your downward facing dog. And just, you don't have to hold it for too long if you don't want to. Just take a nice deep breath here. Really lengthen up through the tailbone. Come up high onto the balls of the feet. And we're actually going to step the feet forward between the hands. Bring the hands onto the shins. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Release. Shake your head, yes. And no. Create circles on the earth. And we're going to root down and rise up. Stacking one vertebra on top of the other. As you come up to standing, allow your arms to float up overhead. And really feel that extension all the way through your fingertips. Rooting down into your feet. Fingertips touch, palms touch. Exhale. Bring the thumbs to rest at the brow center. And gently press your thumbs into the brow. Gently rubbing the thumbs up and down and reminding ourselves to have pure thoughts. So to allow our inner filter to discern what really serves our highest good. And then taking a deep breath. Bringing thumbs to rest in front of the mouth. Don't have to touch the mouth if you don't want to. But just resonating around that whole area. The mouth, the ears, the throat, your Vishuddhi, the center of communication, correspondence. And just committing to have to listen for and share your truth. So to really listen for and share your truth, take a nice deep breath and bring the thumbs to rest at your sternum, and just committing as well to have compassion for yourself and learn what it means to have unconditional love for yourself so that you can share it with others, and to have courage to live with unconditional love in your heart, and breathe into what that means for you, transforming fear into love in every moment, breathing into that radiant heart of yours. Very nice. And releasing your arms alongside the body and really feeling the extension of your heart center all the way along your arms, so that as you breathe into that space, you're really activating that radiant heart. You can feel the energy inside the palms of your hands. So you can share that unconditional love and compassion through your actions. So we're going to flow down to the mat again one more time. So breathing into the palms. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Inhale, extending, radiating towards your sun. Exhale, forward fold. You can swan dive towards your earth. Big circles on the earth. Inhale, hands on shins, nice flat back. And exhale, fold. This time leading with your left leg. Inhale, take your left leg behind you. Release that left knee onto the mat. Take your right knee back to meet the left. And then we're going to come down onto the belly again. So walk your hands a little bit further forward, knees further back. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, flexing your spine and shifting your weight so your shoulders are over your wrists. Bend those elbows so you're lowering your pelvis onto the mat. Coming down through reverse cobra. And let's rest on our bellies again. Just allow all the glands along the front of the belly, along the front of the body, to be supported as well. Let them release and give thanks for the support and the rest that you're giving them. Good. So I'm just gonna you stay there for a moment. I'm just gonna check the time. Oh, perfect. Good. All right. So from here, we're going to come into, we're going to actually roll over onto our backs. But first of all, I want you to watch. So if you come up onto your forearms, or you might know this one already. Is that comfortable for you? Good. So we're going to do fish pose. So we're coming up into the throat here. So we're going to roll onto our arms. Oh, that's nice, lots of air pockets being released there. Roll on as much as you can. Hands are directly under your sitting bones, and you're going to press up, really lift up through the chest, resting on your forearms, and then let your top of your head just rest onto the mat. And breathe into this. Okay, and coming out, you just lift up and lie down. Okay, it's so nice. I love that feeling. Now, before you do it, I want everyone to have a bolster. So let's give everyone a bolster, because we're going to go from that. So people at home, get yourself blocks, bolsters. Just need one today, and I'm going to show you. You've got loads next year, yeah.
Help myself, shall I?
Yeah. Actually, I should have asked all of you to help yourself, yeah, because that helps save time. But I will learn at some point. Okay, so after you've done the fish pose, I'm going to have this bolster here, lift, and then roll that. Have that bolster under your sitting bones. Hold on to the loops, and let your feet float up towards the sky, and just rest in that supported shoulder stand. Okay, and then we'll come down and we'll seamlessly flow into Shavasana. So if you want, you probably want to put socks on and jumpers on so that you can flow through all of that. Okay, good. And also get some water if you need to. Is everyone too warm, warm enough, not warm enough?
Right.
While you're getting ready, I'm going to go and get the blanket. Right, so preparing firstly for fish pose. So have the bolster off to the side. So bolsters off to the side. And stretching your legs out along the mat. Make sure your arms are straight. So you're kind of coming onto, so what I was demonstrating earlier with the arms under the body, palms under the buttocks. That's it. And then pressing down into your arms, rising up onto your forearms, pressing up and then releasing your head onto the mat behind you. So yeah, so bring those elbows in a bit closer to the body if you can. That's it. And then let your head rest. That feel okay? And breathe. Breathe into your Vishuddhi chakra. That's your throat. If it feels, yes it is. Keep bringing those elbows in as close as you can and breathe. And if you feel like it's open to you, you can breathe in and stick out your tongue. Good, do that a couple more times. Really beautiful, everybody. And then lifting up onto your forearms, just come lying back down and come into Shavasana. And just enjoy, don't move too quickly. Just enjoy each thing for what it is before we go to the next thing, please, Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah, just enjoy the energy, because it is such a lovely feeling. So you're sort of missing out if you rush to the next thing. Okay, release your arms. Release your arms. Just let yourself, honestly, it's one of the best feelings in yoga. Did you get it or not? Did you not get it?
Yeah.
Okay. I really want it for you. All right, now let's bend both knees. So we're going to get ready for the supported shoulder stand. So actually, I'm going to overrule you here and take this out from under your head. Okay, good. And remembering to lift up into your bridge pose first. So your knees are, yeah, and then take your bolster and put it under your sacrum. So rooting down, rise, lifting hips, and then moving the bolster under your sacrum. So there we go. So not under your bum and not under your waist. That triangular. Okay. Well then, would you rather just? Yeah. Okay. No problem. So make sure, have your thumbs in the loop on either end of the bolster. So make sure that you really should feel, if you lift up your pelvis and then you lower it back down, it's that triangular base of your spine, not your waist and not your bum, in between. And then once you've got that, let your feet float up towards the ceiling. That's it. And as long as it feels like it's not going to shoot off, you can let your arms rest either side, palms facing up. That's fine. Well done, Becky. Well done. Good self-care. Lift your head for me. Good. And so everyone just enjoying this for what it is right now. Just resting, letting your legs be as free and easy as possible. That's it. Try and take your awareness inside. Let your arms be on the mat rather than on the bolster. That's it. And breathing in, breathing out, just feeling that sense of release. Release for yourself. Oh, thank goodness, we made time for yoga today. Okay, and then really activating your feet, pointing your toes up towards the ceiling. And we're going to move with the grace of ballerinas now. So gently, slowly pointing your toes and bending the knees and finding the mat with your toes, one at a time. So if you're a ballerina, then letting your feet anchor. That's it, lovely, really beautiful movements. And now really rooting down into your feet. Root down into your feet. And on the inhale, lift your pelvis and slide that bolster out of the way, but don't rush. Go slowly, slowly, slowly. And then come down really slowly, one vertebra at a time. And then you can slide your bolster under your knee. I'm going to come and tuck you in. So if you want, I've got these blankets that have been warming on the radiators, so they're a little extra treat. And if you've got your own blanket, that's lovely too. Are you okay? You alright? Or do you want an
I have
extra?
one for my feet.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
So I'll just take this one off the lid.
I'll do it. Just let me come to you. It's fine. This will be extra. This is quite tasty, this one.
Good.
Yes?
Oh, love.
Oh, there you go. It's like being in a spa, isn't it? Now bring your feet wider than hip distance apart so you can really allow that lower back and your pelvis to release into your mat. Well done, everybody. Hopefully that was a nice restorative practice for you, and now you are feeling much more at ease in your body. You can allow yourself to feel that support of the earth below you. Notice, as you did at the beginning of your practice, notice now if there's any areas that are still holding on to their mission. See if they can step out the way and allow that boulder to release and go down the hill. Just allow yourself not to try so hard, to let yourself be in each and every moment. So we're going to practice gratitude, yoga nidra to close this practice today. We're going to just allow ourselves these moments, these precious moments, to become aware of anything that we're truly thankful for in this time. Could be just one thing, or it might be a multitude of things. It really depends on our frame of mind. There's something that really speaks to you as I propose that you reflect on gratitude. Just notice what comes up and notice how it feels in your body. And where does it live? And can you feed it? Can you feed it with your breath? As if you're fanning the flames of a warming, safe fire. Feel yourself breathing into that space. So on the inhale, that glowing warmth grows brighter. And as you exhale, you can feel it expanding to fill every little cell in your body. Every single cell in your body is radiating with gratitude. Grounded in gratitude. Gratitude for support in however it manifests itself for you. And I invite you to visit your sankalpa, any intention you may have set at the beginning of your lunar cycle at the new moon. May have been a simple statement you created, might be something you work with daily. Whatever it is, I'd like you to find that statement in the present tense and acknowledging with gratitude the progress that you're making towards that sankalpa. Whether you've realized it has become your reality already, or whether it's still a work in progress. If you feed it with that gratitude, then just helps it become reality. So for me, this lunar cycle, I've been working with Sankalpa. I move forward with confidence, knowing that I am safe, I am loved, and I belong. I move forward with confidence, knowing that I am safe, I am loved, and I belong. I move forward with confidence, knowing that I am safe, I am loved, and I belong. So if those words are resonating with you, you're welcome to share in that sankalpa. Or if you have your own, I invite you to repeat that to yourself now 3 times. And then giving thanks and letting go. It's in the letting go of attachment to the desired outcome that miracles do happen. We're going to practice Yoga Nidra now, moving the consciousness around your body, starting on the right hand side, placing all of your awareness inside the palm of your right hand, and feel inside your right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth little finger. Feel the back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder blade, rib cage, waistline, hip, buttock, thigh, knee, back of the knee, shin bone, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of your right foot, top of your right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth little toe. Now move your awareness across to the left side of your body and feel inside your left hand. Feel inside your left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth little finger. Feel the back of your hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder blade, rib cage, waistline, hip, buttock, thigh, knee, back of the knee, calf muscle, shin bone, ankle, heel, sole of your left foot, top of your left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth little toe. Now take your awareness now to the crown of your head. Feel the back of the head resting on the earth. And feel inside the right temple, inside the left temple. And feel both of your eyes resting deep behind the closed eyelids. Feel inside your right eyebrow, inside your left eyebrow, and feel your eyebrow center. Feel the right eyelashes and the left eyelashes, and feel the bridge of your nose. Feel the tip of your nose. Feel inside your right nostril and your left nostril, and feel both nostrils together. Feel your upper lip and your lower lip, and feel both lips together. And feel your teeth. Feel your upper jaw and your lower jaw, and feel the tongue. Feel the tip of your tongue resting ever so lightly behind your two front teeth. Notice how that creates the sensation of a smile across your face. Feel the root of your tongue in your throat. And feel the canal running all the way to your right ear. And the canal running all the way to your left ear. And feel both ears together. Feel the back of your neck. Feel the front of your throat. Feel your right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of your chest, left side of your chest. Feel your heart center, radiant, courageous heart. Feel your right rib cage and your left rib cage. Feel that inner sun burning brightly. Feel the warmth and confidence of that inner light shining brightly, growing brighter on the inhale and expanding to fill the body with warmth, comfort, courage, confidence, confidence, the ability to confide in oneself, trusting the process. And feeling your upper abdomen and your lower abdomen, and feel the navel, feel that core of your being. And feel down now into the butterfly wing of your right ilia and the butterfly wing of your left ilia. Feel both butterfly wings reaching around to connect to that sacred triangle of your sacrum resting on the earth. And feel your entire sacroiliac, beautiful butterfly joint resting securely supported by the earth. Feel inside your right groin, inside your left groin, and feel the pelvic floor and see your crimson lotus of your Muladhara, earth element, securely rooted into the earth feeling connected, feeling supported, feeling loved. You belong. You are home. Raising your awareness now as your Muladhara raises and expands along that central column of the spine, through the energy channels, up through water, becoming orange, the Spadhisthana, up through fire, becoming yellow, the Manipur, up through air, becoming green, up through ether, becoming turquoise, up to the brow center, becoming violet, your eternal violet flame burning brightly at the center of the mind. And resting your awareness now in this space behind your closed eyelids, the wide open spaciousness of limitless potential, known in yoga as the Chittakash. And just allow any thoughts to drift by as if they're constantly changing cloud formations, and any sounds, either inside or outside of your room, that you find yourself in, gently washing over you like healing sounds of the universe. This is Shavasana. This is conscious relaxation. Become aware of your breath, breathing your body. Slowly, slowly start to deepen the breath. Bring all of your awareness now back inside of your body and start to bring very gentle movements into your fingers and your toes. It feels nice. You can create circles with your wrists and your ankles. And you can raise your arms overhead and give yourself that delicious stretch as if you're waking for the first time. Stretch, stretch, stretch all the way through your fingers and your toes. And then bring your arms back down alongside the body, hugging your knees in towards you. Give yourself that lovely hug. Delicious, nurturing hug. And you can give yourself. And when you're ready, you can roll over to the side. Come meet me in your favourite seated position. And we're going to chant the Gayatri mantra together. So we'll do it line by line. This is that I was talking about at the beginning of practice. The mantra that got me to Dedham, that got me to opening the studio, and that I now, you might find me in the middle of a field chanting at the sun. And it's one that I've known since I was 14 years old from the rune stones I was mentioning earlier. So the English version is you who are the source of all power and light, illuminating the world. Illuminate also my heart so that it too can do your work. Okay. Sanskrit, we'll do it line by line. Okay. And this, I think we've done this together before, but I think I've definitely written a blog about this, so I can forward it to you. This is how I stay energized when winter comes. So even if the sun isn't through the clouds, you can still feel the presence of the sun if you get out there at any time in the middle of the day. It's really important. And the repetition of these syllables, they carry so much cumulative energy that they really help to activate all the cells in your body. Okay, so the first line, we'll do call and response. Okay, Om Bhuva Svaha. Om Bhuva Svaha. That's it. Second line is Tat Savitur Varenyam. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Yeah, I forgot to say, if it is on the wall there, if you can read that. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Very good. Burga. I say it so automatically now, like if I have to interrupt it, I'm like, okay, Bargo Devasya Dimahi. Bargo Devasya Dimahi. That's it. Yoyona Prachodayat. Yoyona Prachodayat. Very important, the t at the end. All right, so I'm going to endeavour to sing it, and we'll do call and response. And if just do what you can, just flow with it, okay? Om Bhuva Svaha. Om Bhuva Svaha. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Tat Savitur Varenyam. Bargo Devasya Dimahi. Bargo Devasya Dimahi. Yoyona Prachodayat. Yoyona Prachodayat. Very good. And then we just say Hari Om Tat Sat. And may our thoughts be pure, may we speak our truth, may we have courage to live our soul purpose. Thank you so very much for sharing in your light and practice today. I really appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being such a big part of this community. and being part of the success of this studio. I really genuinely mean that to each and every one of you. And I'm definitely coming back, so don't worry. And I will, for those of you who are open to it, I will be offering in January and February, I will be offering online Zoom from different places, wherever I am. I think I'm allowed to do that. I don't know. If I just pretend it's just like, I'll do like some kind of Zoom background or something. I don't know. But we'll see. A lot of people have said they'll be interested, so I'm gonna see. Hopefully, be able to offer at least one a week to keep us going through the winter, and it's quite nice. I might write about home practice a little bit more, because that whole sort of creating the sacred space at home for yourself and making that commitment to yourself to go and practice and getting your blankets and warming them on the radiator and nurturing yourself the way I nurture you in here, like to do that for yourself is like the next stage of the practice, like to get yourself, that's the next stage of the yoga practice, to actually get to your own mat on a daily basis. So, you know, and it's an offering. So if you feel called to do it in the new year, then please watch out for emails about it. And I'll also send you this lovely Gayatri mantra if you want to find yourself walking your doggies and singing at the sun to help you. It really does lift your frequency, because it carries all that cumulative energy from centuries of people chanting with intention. It's connecting with intention, right? So knowing, even though they're like ancient syllables that you might not know what the heck they mean, but knowing what the intention is, to you visualize the sun streaming forth into your heart and then streaming out through your hands, so that you become that conduit of basically light and love for others. Hopefully, that's my mission anyway. So thank you again, and thanks for those watching the recording. Namaste.